Hey, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be getting into some G.I. Joe. This was one of my favorite comic book series back as a kid. As you can see, a lot of this is my childhood growing up. I got a lot of books to go through. A lot of these were picked up right off the racks and the newsstands when I was a kid. The Larry Hama stories were great. I actually enjoyed the comics more than the cartoons. I enjoyed the cartoons, don't get me wrong, but the comics just were a little more gritty, a little more realistic to me, and I just really enjoyed those stories. So let's get into it. I have a few notes. There's lots and lots of first appearances. I wrote a few of them down. I'm bound to forget some or skip some or forget some, so forgive me in advance for that. And also, I feel like I have more of these somewhere. They may be in that pile at my mom's house that I talked about earlier. I do feel like I probably should have a few of the earlier issues, but this is what I have here, this is what I have now, so we'll just go through these. I'm going to start with kind of a novelties, a 3D comic, G.I. Joe 3D number 2. I guess they made a number 1 also. I just managed to get this particular one. This obviously comes later in the series. This was, let's see, 1988. So, 3D books, they're kind of interesting, they're kind of neat. They're hard to read though, they always give me a headache. So, on to the regular comics now. I'm going to try to get through these pretty quick. G.I. Joe Yearbook number 1. This one is in really bad shape. I'm not sure what you can see on the video, but I mean, part of the cover's torn here. It's multiple foldovers right here. Just really bad cover condition. It's kind of coming off from the staples on this end. I'm sure the back's in pretty bad shape too. It's a fairly thick book. This is their kind of their annual yearbook, and this was kind of a good introductory guide to the G.I. Joe team. One of my early comics that I got, and obviously very well read as a kid. I went through this many times and it shows. So it's in bad shape, but it's there. Another G.I. Joe yearbook. This is issue number 3. Pretty cool cover. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and Scarlet on the cover. Enjoy that one. Really cool. These were neat. These were G.I. Joe Special Missions. This is actually issue number 1 for the Special Missions. And these were kind of one-shots. You know, they weren't part of the regular storyline. They were just kind of separate one-shot stories, side stories involving different characters. I don't remember exactly what year this came out. I'd have to kind of look at it. But, well, Marvel 25th anniversary, so it would have been, you know, whatever year that was. That's the first one of the Special Missions. These are pretty neat. I've also got Special Missions number 2. And I've got Special Missions number 3. And I've got Special Missions number 5. I believe this is the very first appearance of the Night Raven, the Cobra Night Raven plane, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But that was the main reason I bought this one, was because I love this plane. I had this as a toy. It was really cool. I had the Skyscraper too, so I would definitely emulate this cover as a kid, having the Skyscraper get shot down. So as I was saying, I feel like I have more of these somewhere. This is the earliest of the regular run that I'm able to find, and again, it's in very poor condition. This is issue 24, so I don't know if I've got the infamous number 21 or not. That could be with my other stuff, but anyway, this one's in really bad shape. This was one of my favorite issues though. This has Storm Shadow, spoiler alert, Storm Shadow rescuing Cobra Commander from the G.I. Joe base. Just a really cool issue, cool little story. Storm Shadow is by far my favorite G.I. Joe character of all, hands down. I tend to like the bad guys more than the good guys. Storm Shadow, I like Snake Eyes, but Storm Shadow was my guy. Storm Shadow, Firefly, yeah, so issue 24 there. Larry Hama just did some great stuff with these stories with this run. Issue number 31. Another really cool issue with Destro hunting down Snake Eyes. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. See that? I forgot my notes already. 24. This actually had, speaking of Firefly, first appearance of Firefly and Wild Weasel in this one, and the first cameo appearance of Zartan at the end of this issue. I already forgot to do that. Let's see, this is issue 31. This has the first appearance of Spirit in there as well. So, cool issue. Issue 33. Now, I don't have any notes on this one, but I believe, spoiler alert, again, this is in bad shape. A lot of these are in bad shape because they were loose for so long. I believe this is where we find out that Cobra Commander is Billy's father. I think that's this issue. But again, real bad on the spine. I mean, I used to read these over and over and over again as kids, and they just sat loose in crates and boxes for, 30-something years. So obviously they are in bad shape. And I'm just looking at something real quick because, yep, that's exactly it. Okay. One of my favorite issues of all time. This is an awesome issue. Issue number 34. It's just, it doesn't have anything to do with the actual continuity. It's just kind of a separate standalone issue, more or less, where it's a dogfight between Wild Weasel and his Rattler and Ace and his Sky-Striker. And it is amazing. It's written extremely well. It's just, this is a great issue. If you want to check out a really cool issue, this is the one to check out. And you'll notice the little Spider-Man head on it. That means this is a direct issue as opposed to the ones I got off the newsstands. Now, I did not get this from a comic book shop. I got this off of the newsstand. And you say, well, wait a minute. How can you get that off of a newsstand if it's a direct issue? And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you how that works. So these two issues are newsstand issues, obviously. Issue number 36, oops, I got them in the wrong order. 35, 36, here. 35, 36. Okay. Now, if you remember, if you've watched my first video, I mentioned how we used to get 3-packs. We would get a 3-pack where you would get usually 3 different books, and usually there would be like a G.I. Joe run. It would be all 3 G.I. Joes, and they would usually be in a run. So you'd get something like 34, 35, 36 all together in a 3-pack. And you would have, in the 3-pack, it would kind of be bundled like this, where you could see this one on one side and you could see this one on the other side, and you weren't sure what the middle one is, but you kind of figured it was the one in between. Well, those packs were direct market issues. And what had happened here was I missed out on this issue when it was sold singly off of the newsstand. So when I saw it in a 3-pack, I bought the 3-pack, which gave me the direct editions of both of these as well. So that's why I have 2 copies of this one, because I went back, I wanted to get this one. I missed out on this one. So when I saw this in the 3-pack, I bought the 3-pack even though I already had these 2, just to get this particular issue. So if you see this symbol and you see that it's a direct issue, that doesn't necessarily mean that they came directly to comic book shops, because some of them were sold on newsstands as parts of these 3-packs, and that's how I got these. So there you go, a little bit of trivia for you there on the direct issue editions versus newsstand editions. So some of the direct issue editions did actually make it to newsstands. They were just in those 3-packs. So this is issue number 37, first appearance of Tomax and Xamot. Also first appearance of Flint and Footloose. So quite a few first appearances here. Maybe the first appearance of this particular little tank as well, the little one-man tank. I had the toy of that one. So pretty cool. I know I'm kind of rushing. I'm trying to rush you. I've got a lot to go through. G.I. Joe was a major part of my childhood. I read a lot of G.I. Joes. So this is issue number 38. I do not have any notes for this one, but I believe, spoiler alert, Storm Shadow saving Billy, taking Billy, Billy ends up becoming Storm Shadow's pupil, and that might be part of this issue where he rescues him or something. I'm trying to I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've read these. Don't remember the ins and outs. Issue number 39. Again, no notes on this one, but Stalker, one of my favorite characters. He's one of the original Joes from the, actually, I think issue number 1. One of the original team members, Stalker. Always liked him. He was a cool character. Moving on, Roadblock cover here. Issue number 40. First appearance of Shipwreck and Barbecue in this one. And again, pretty bad shape here on the spine. This is common with my G.I. Joe comics. These were well read. Good old Gung Ho on the cover of this one, issue number 41. Some of these covers are just really, really cool. Do not have any notes on this one. So, but a lot of these G.I. Joe comics, just, every few issues you'd get introduced to new characters. So there's tons of first appearances. This is a cool cover. This is issue number 42. Storm Shadow. Man, if Storm Shadow was on it, I was going to buy it. There you go. That's I'm not going to give it away, but yeah. This is another really cool cover. Issue number 43. Look at that. That's just awesome. Awesome cover. Again, I don't have any notes on this one, but the cover alone is like, oh, I've got to get that one. It's really cool. I don't remember what was in that particular issue. I do have the, I'm going to show you some of these here in just a minute. I've got some of the trade paperbacks, which is a collection of all of these. So I've been able to reread some of them, but when you read them in a collection like that, it's hard to remember exactly which issue the stories take place. So this is issue number 44, Lady J on the cover, and this is the first appearance of Dr. Mindbender, although I think he goes by a different name in this one. Also first appearance of Crankcase, Bazooka, Airtight, Heavy Metal, and the first appearance of the robot Bats, the Battle Android Troopers. So a lot of first appearances in this one. Not done. Issue 45, Zartan and Ripcord on the cover. No notes on this one, just I believe this was where Ripcord was infiltrating the Cobra Island, and Zartan, you start to find out about Storm Shadow's past and how Zartan is involved in that. Issue number 46, again, just an awesome cover. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, side by side, busting through the door. And this is where we're really getting into Storm Shadow's past and kind of his origin story and the events that led him to join Cobra to begin with, and also his feud between him and Snake Eyes. So really cool stuff if you're into those characters. I was. Issue number 47. I don't have any notes, but this may be the first appearance of Wetsuit, I believe is his name. And then we have General Hawk here, and Beachhead, of course. And I had this little boat thingy too. I had several of the toys when I was a kid. Issue number 48. Zartan infiltrates the G.I. Joe headquarters, and this is also the first appearance of Sergeant Slaughter in the comics. Sergeant Slaughter was a character based off of an actual pro wrestler, which was WWF back in the day. Nowadays you know him as WWE. They actually made a G.I. Joe character based off of him. That was his first appearance. Milestone issue here, issue number 50. First Zarana cameo. Zarana is the sister to Zartan. I believe she appeared right at the end in a cameo appearance. Pretty cool cover. Lots of cool covers in this run. G.I. Joe just had some great covers. Issue number 51, again, great cover. Dreadnoks on the front. This is the first appearance of Zartan's brother Xandar, so you have your first full appearance of Zarana. Xandar gets introduced. First appearance of Thrasher, who is the driver for this particular Dreadnought vehicle, and I believe this is the first appearance of that vehicle as well. First Thunder, first appearance of Toll Booth, and Cross Country. And anytime the Dreadnoughts are in it, it's a fun issue. Candy Mints, Breath Mints. Issue number 52. Storm Shadow and Quick Kick. I do not have notes on this one. I don't remember if this is Quick Kick's first appearance or not. Quick Kick was not one of my favorites. I always wanted Storm Shadow to win. So that never usually happened in the comics or in the cartoons because, you know, Quick Kick's the good guy. Good guys have to win all the time. But I guarantee you, in their battles with my action figures, Storm Shadow came out on top every time. Issue number 53, just a cool Snake Eyes cover, and it's an anniversary with all the neat little figures going around like that. It was on several Marvel comics at that time, that particular year. Issue number 54 might be the first appearance of Firebat, and that's the Terradrome, or yeah, Terradrome, I think. New little Cobra base with the Firebat, although maybe this appeared earlier, I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But Flint, just again, cool cover. This shows up in the cartoon quite a bit. Sometimes it's red in the cartoon. I believe the toy was red. And then on this one it's blue. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red. What can you say? Issue number 55, Unmaskings. Again, I don't have any notes. I don't have any notes on that one, but obviously they take their mask off. They you don't actually get to see their faces. They're pretty coy about that. You know, pulling off the mask. Ooh, the mask revealed, revealing their face, but then you don't actually see their face. They creative shadows and positioning. Issue number 57, Side by Side with Destro. Again, I don't have any notes on this one, but something like that makes you go, what's going on here? Why are they helping Destro? Issue number 58. Now this one is the first appearance of, is it first Dusty? That's what my notes say. First Fred the 7th, who is a part of the Crimson Guards. Kind of a, not quite a clone thing, but he was a Crimson Guardsman, and spoiler alert, he ends up posing as Cobra Commander because we think Cobra Commander may be dead at some point. But this is the new Cobra Commander armor that was introduced. This is the first introduction of that. I think Fred ends up impersonating him a little bit later after this. Issue number 59. First appearance of Jinx, first appearance of Tonorat, Outback, the Blind Master, and the first appearance of Raptor, this guy with the bird looking guy. And talk about a silly vehicle there, the Poco thing. Yes, I actually had that one. Again, just lots of first appearances. I no longer have notes for some of these other ones, so if there are further first appearances, I apologize for missing out on them, but this is issue 61, cool cover, Stalker, Snowjob, and Quick Kick. Excuse me. I believe they're going in to try to rescue Snake Eyes or Scarlet. It might have been Scarlet. Speaking of, 63, Snake Eyes and Scarlet on the cover together. Danger, minefield, having to go through the minefield. Just a really interesting cover. You know, these covers, the covers alone, most of the time, make you want to pick these up and find out what's going on. So bravo to the artist on these runs that were doing all this.